And then I went last year to Louisville, and then right after, it's kind of funny, well, not funny, but right after Louisville, a month later is when I had my heart attack. It's like, it's like this happened. And that's why the message that we send out there is that you have to live for today because you don't know about tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So like I said, I commend you guys that you're traveling all over it and doing the things that you want to do and helping the people that you want to help. And like I said, you keep talking about all these countries you want to go to. My wife's over here listening. She wants to travel. I think we're going to go to Hawaii next year, though. I think that's on our radar is to go to Hawaii. We've always wanted to go there. When John Jr. graduated from high school, we had a trip planned there, but then 11 happened, and that just kind of said we're not going in the air. So, and we never got back. So that's kind of something that's on our radar for this year coming up.
Well, that'll be fun. You'll really enjoy it. Hawaii is beautiful.
Yeah,
that's where we got engaged.
It is where we got engaged.
Which island?
The Big Island.
Well, yeah, we got engaged in the Big Island. We had some friends over there, but we also really got to enjoy it.
Did you get to go over? I know they have those private tours you can fly to Kauai or any of those. Did you go over there to Maui or any of those?
On separate trips. We've been there a couple of different times, separate occasions. But yeah, Maui, the Big Island, Honolulu area, Waikiki area, all of those areas are really nice. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for city life or are you looking for the beach and relaxation? So there's plenty to enjoy when you're out there.
That's awesome. I'm going to open up this room in a second. I'm going to introduce you guys, and then I'm going to let you guys take front and center and just run with it. Like I said, I'm here. I'm going to be in the background. I'll probably be muted because I don't want to be interrupting what you guys have to say. The folks that are going to be on this, we've got about 300 people that have registered for it. But as well as I do, that doesn't necessarily, especially when I did Tuesdays with the first game 6 of the World Series. I bet you more people watched the replay than they did watch the live thing because of the game.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's great. And we tend to get a lot more on the replay than we actually do on the live for some reason. And I think it's because they have other things that they're doing, and they like to be able to watch it at their leisure, which is good. So, and at some point in time, I will also give you guys the opportunity to let people know how to reach out to you and contact you if they want to know more about you or follow you guys. So I really like to plug this. This went out to probably over 100,000 Facebook members and probably at least tens of thousands of my own mailing list. So a lot of people, and like I said, I don't necessarily look at who sees it on the webinar, but I know the replays get heavily looked at. And so you guys will get exposure from this tremendously, which is what I want to do. So,
cool.
All right,
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to start this, and I'm going to introduce you guys, and let's see how many people come into this room. So we're going to start this broadcast. Okay, it says we're live. Let's just give them a few minutes to get into the room, and then I'll start talking here. You guys can talk, do anything you want. I had was it Kathleen or Kathy Terrell on here, and I had somebody else, and they was dancing in the background while they listened to music and stuff. So it's kind of funny.
I'm revving up. I've been on call after call after call, so I'm still I've got my momentum and stuff, but
I'm going on 3 hours, a little over 3 hours from that World Series game, that kind of thing. It was amazing because when I got up in the morning, which about 3 hours later, I kind of watched and saw where the people in Chicago were still outside when the buses came back from with the players on them and the trophy. It was like they didn't go anywhere; they stayed there and just waited. It was kind of
the streets were. It was ridiculous. So, I mean, obviously we're not there right now, but just a lot of our friends and even our family members just posting pictures of what it was like last night. It was one crazy happy time for Chicago.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just amazing and mind-blowing that they said Game 7, there was 42 people there that paid over $10,000 a ticket
Mm-hmm.
to see a World Series game. But the history, I mean, if you look at those tickets, what are those tickets going to be worth if it takes another 108 years for them to win again?
Right.
a fortune. So
yeah, pay stubs, or I mean, those ticket stubs are going to be worth a fortune on eBay probably.
exactly. All right, so I'm going to start this and let you guys take over here in a second. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Pro Seller Talk. My name is John Senior, and my guest tonight is Jamie Miralles. I say that right?
Jamie Miralles. Yep.
Okay, I did say that right. Want you guys to welcome it. Guys, they travel the world. I mean, they're getting ready to travel again here, so I'm just, in a way, envied of what they do. And they're so young, and they're such a nice couple when you look at them. And to be able to do the things that they do is just a blessing in disguise to be able to do. And they're going to share with you tonight their story of how they got started, and probably give you guys some tips on how you can do this if you choose to go this route and want to do this. That the internet has really opened up a lot of opportunities for a lot of people out there. And if you want to learn their story and you want to know what they're about and how they're doing, then I'm going to open up the floor and let them. You guys, hey guys, welcome.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Again, and this is my wife Larissa. We're sitting here in our 38-foot motorhome in Branson, Missouri. We landed here this morning actually, and we're visiting some family, and we'll be getting ready for another trip internationally. But thank you for attending tonight's session here. We're always honored when we're invited to speak and share some knowledge with you guys, and share a little bit of the lifestyle that's all available to all of us who put in the work. And the topic for tonight is turning your Amazon business into a passive income stream, and what $1 million Amazon sellers don't want you to know about. So a little bit of background. I've been in this industry online since 1997. I started off on eBay, selling just products on eBay. Really, I'm kind of profit driven, so I basically sell just about anything that I can earn a profit from. I got into a lot of different types of internet businesses, such as search engine marketing, affiliate marketing, designing websites, e-commerce, you name it, I've done it on the internet. So I actually started off on eBay first, and a few years later, I built my own website over a weekend, which was I self-taught myself HTML, and that took off. And then I got into other marketplaces like Craigslist, and then later on got into invited as a platinum seller in 2009. A platinum seller was by contract. It was a thick contract you got to sign. It's all the same nowadays. So platinum sellers don't really have that much more of an advantage over the seller accounts that you guys set up today. We sell numerous marketplaces. We're getting ready to launch on Jet.com, Walmart.com. We're on Newegg, we're on Sears, we're on Rakuten. We specialize in automation and outsourcing, and that is by design, meaning that we are lifestyle designers, meaning that my wife is actually a certified high performance coach, which she could explain a little bit more here in a second. I'm a business coach solely out of Amazon, so Amazon is one of our income streams. I actually day trade stocks also. We get into a lot of other types of income streams, just to kind of diversify. In our history on Amazon, we've generated, at one point in time, we were doing upwards of $7 million a year. That was with about 15 full-timers and a call center. That was with also a 20,000 square foot warehouse. That was about 2.5 years ago, when now today there's only 2 of us, and we have 3 virtual assistants who work for us, and there's a lot of software at play to automate most of the mundane tasks, and then the rest of it is outsourced to virtual assistants. So our business today, at least if we're talking only about Amazon, consists of maybe 1 or 2 hours of our day for our actual Amazon business. We also do some coaching and have an actual official course that we teach, which is wholesale, which kind of goes into later on our talk about what $1 million sellers don't want you to know about, which we'll explain later. So I'll let her introduce herself a little bit before I start hogging most of this session, but go ahead.
Yeah, I am Larissa again. I started working with Jamie back in 2011, straight out of college, actually, and I was his content girl to begin with. I am more of a writer. I graduated with a communications psychology degree, but what I really loved about just business in general and being able to be around Jamie quite a bit was I really got to learn the business inside and out. And I soon turned from his content girl into his right-hand woman, and I learned the business inside and out. I got a lot of managerial experience. I got to learn how all the processes and systems work. And it's really what developed my skills in outsource our entire business. So what I am very good at is process and documentation. And that's a big, big part of being able to get your business outsourced and to a place where it is actually automated, where you're working on your business as opposed to in it. And being a part of this with Jamie has been amazing, just because, you know, as a couple, it is so amazing to be able to work together, to travel together, to, you know, really live life together. And that's how we designed and created our lifestyle. And outside of just, you know, the Amazon business or the online marketplaces that we sell in, my biggest passion really is to help and serve people. And that is why I became a certified high performance coach. And what that really is I focus, I actually help Amazon sellers, really because I know the business so well, but I focus on your clarity, your energy, your productivity, your ability to influence, and just your overall purpose, because there's so much more to life than just business. So when you can, you know, really create and design the lifestyle that, you know, you're set and meant to have, you know, you have the ability to do it. It's just a matter of figuring out how. So, I mean, these are our passions, and this is what we do, and we love it. But yeah, we'll get on with the rest of this topic.
And so, you know, what led us to really, I guess, transform our business into a passive income stream is for one, is just knowing and discovering over time that wealthy people usually have an average of 7 income streams. And, you know, knowing that, you know, so many people get focused on one income stream because maybe something like Amazon, with the return being so good, if you know the ins and outs of it and you work it, you know, long enough, that they get stuck doing one thing. You know, and as we know, Amazon's changing policies all the time, and we, you know, sometimes it's unclear really what they want from us because we're talking to someone nameless or faceless at times when these things come up. And so, you know, there's a lot of in the process, depending on how long you've been in this business, and there's a different, you know, everybody's running their business a little bit differently. They're sourcing different types of products in different ways. But in the 7 years of me being a seller on Amazon, suspended twice. Like I actually freely admit that. I love being able to admit that, because that has created a lot of change and transformation in how I think and how I operate and how I just conduct business in general. I've been suspended off of eBay, and they begged me to. But people do that with YouTube or Google, and all of a sudden they don't realize that thing was created like 2 years ago. So you're implementing a 2-year-old strategy that you have no idea if it's to get you in trouble or if you're risking your business, you know, on that one move. Because a lot of people get into Amazon, they don't know how strict Amazon is, right? They don't know that they only have one chance to build a legitimate Amazon business, because you can't, I mean, really without permission and stuff, have multiple accounts. You know, you cannot just sell anything and everything, whether it's already on Amazon or not. When they're trying to build their business their own way, because frankly, they're just being either lazy or cheap, right? I mean, they're looking for resources that they think is free, when in reality, that's the most expensive way to learn sometimes.
And that's where and why the mindset and the mentorship aspect of all of this is so important.
It's like, you know, how is it, how you know, the simple question to ask is how fair is it that if I've got a student right now that did $300,000 in 8 months from zero, no Amazon business, from zero to $300,000. And his profit margin, if anybody's curious, is $90,000 net from the $300,000. So, you know, with that in mind, how is it fair that whatever I charge, which you know is less than $90,000, how would it be even fair if you have this mentality or mindset to pay me a small fraction of that, 2% of that, you know, and then teach you how to generate that, you know? But yet, you know, you think you can do it by watching free YouTube videos or just Googling the answers, right? Because you think you could, all the knowledge out there is available and free. It might be, but how long you want to take to get there? You want to take 80 years? You want to take 80 years? I mean, you know, that's the thing. It's, you know, you don't know. It's all a personal choice. It comes down to personal choice. But, you know, what people have to realize is that you've been conditioned up to this point, even to this minute, to this second, individuals and people that you've surrounded yourself with, who you grew up with, who you were coached, mentored, instructed with, which for most of us, that stops at college, or that stops at our boss, or that stops with our wife or husband or whatnot. So those are the types of people that has influenced and conditioned your mindset. Now, for you to reach the next level in a new game, there's some of us are, we might have a husband or wife who are not actually working with us in our Amazon business. So we're still kind of solo. And we're trying to do everything ourselves and start trying to understand and thinking that we're going to be able to hit, our massive goals and dreams of building this successful Amazon business with the current knowledge that, that's the thing. It's like, how can you hustle and hustle and hustle, but at the same time try to learn as much as you can, and think that, I'm not saying that you can't make it. Some of us have. I'm self-made, but what you don't know is how much money I spend on my education, continuous education. While others, they learn up to a certain point, they find something that works, and they spend so much time focused on what, that's the thing. Just to be honest, the biggest challenge I have with some of my students is that they get stuck with arbitrage because they enter wholesale and they think, the margins are not so great. Oh, the suppliers are kind of tight and stuff. They won't give me an account or something like that. So they're stuck in arbitrage again, and it's easy, and all of a sudden it's like, it's easy for a reason. When things are easy, you better be scared, because if you're not being challenged every day, if you're not scared, of change, that you're going to have to face in order to grow yourself and your business, then you should be worried, because if things are easy, that's the first thing, right? When I was going through my internet marketing phase, buying everybody's programs, everything looked easy to me, at least from the way it was presented on stage or by whoever was selling it. By the time I got into it, some of it was hard, some of them was easy and stuff like that. But the things that I did that were easy, that I actually committed to, they didn't last very long. Maybe 2 months, maybe a year, things like that. And I learned my lesson the hard way. Tens of thousands of dollars later, I spent a lot of money on easy. Just frankly looking for that the best shortcut, or shiny object, as you put it and stuff. But now, I'm so addicted to the quality of information from the high ticket programs. I got a mentorship group that I'm in that I personally pay $5,000 a month for, and I've been in it for a couple of years now. And I'm about to pay for another program. Is actually a certification with Tony Robbins, to just for his certification program, and that's a lot of money. But why? Not because not because I want to go into coaching and charge more money or sell another product or anything, but because I first have realized that I want that for myself. Like, I want to develop my mind even more. Like, I want to get into his head, like, one day and see, how did you become this person who could influence and change millions of lives at this point, right? And then hopefully be able to share that knowledge and transform even more lives, that way. So we're on a mission, really, not to become Amazon coaches. That's such a small part of life. Yeah, it's a vehicle to make money and stuff, and great if that's what you're doing full time and it's providing well for you. But like I said, it's about designing your lifestyle. And if you realize it, at the end of the day, at the end of the year, at the end of your life, back and stuff, were you working for your life, or were you working for your business? That's the thing. It's like you don't really need a lot of money. People think that living in an RV is something that is out of reach. Like 20 years, if you didn't have the money to go pay for it outright, it's like a 20-year loan, it's like a house. If you can afford rent for $1,000 for an apartment or $2,000 for a mortgage, you can afford an RV, the biggest RV that you could find for less than that.
Well, that's,
So you just got to know how. And the way to how is how we all differ. That's what separates most of us, is how we know what we know. And the more people that you get in contact with and build relationships with, genuinely build relationships with, that takes work over time, consistently and persistently, become more successful. Pay your way, pay your way. That just accelerates the process, But by continuing to be cheap,
I think entrepreneurs that are true entrepreneurs have to be challenged. Have to be challenged. I know I need to be challenged. Plus, you have to have a why. You have to have a strong why you do it. It's just not about the money to me either. It's about my vision of reaching and helping as many as I can, and in doing what God wanted us to do, is to help our brothers and sisters, and that's kind of what my vision is and where my reach is going. And I hope to someday be able to accomplish the things that I'm looking to accomplish, but I have that drive and I have that vision. And I think in order for us to do anything, you have to have a drive, you have to have a vision. Like you said, easy, yeah, retail arbitrage is easy. I mean, anybody can do it, and everybody is doing it now, so it makes it harder now than it used to be. But what happens if tomorrow, for those type of people, if Amazon comes in and says, listen, we don't want to let you guys sell retail arbitrage anymore. We're going to do away with it. What would happen to that whole group of people? They'd all panic and have nothing else to do. And if they left their jobs to do it full time, then shame on them that they didn't look at other avenues. Like right now, we're strictly on Amazon. We're probably about 98% private label. We don't do anything retail arbitrage. We don't do anything wholesale. We don't do anything online arbitrage. You know, when you see these groups and they're buying these lists and all this online arbitrage and retail, that's good for them. There's no future in that, and there's no replenishing at all. Arbitrage or online arbitrage. But guess what? With private label, I mean, we're going to probably approach $3 million in sales this year in private label. And we did that less than a year. Solid commitment, solid research, and finding the products that we knew that would do well. And it took money to do it, but we made that transition, and now we'll be on Shopify. We have our own Shopify, and we have other things that are going besides Amazon, because everybody thinks Amazon is that ultimate golden gate key, and it really isn't. It's their sandlot, and you need to be looking at other avenues, because at some point in time, Amazon is going to come out and they're going to do like they've been doing. They're going to do these brand restrictions, and they're going to make it harder so that you have to have your own private label. They're going to make it so that, when you're trying to, you're going to have to guess when you're out there doing retail arbitrage. Can I send it in? Maybe not. And then when it gets in, will Amazon restrict it after it gets to Amazon? Because they've done that too. So I think people need to look at it. If you're going to be online and you want to be an entrepreneur and you want these things to work, there's plenty of other things. There's coaching, there's books, there's courses, there's, as well as you, I'm part of a lot of mastermind groups, big time mastermind groups. And I can tell you, those are the type of places you want to be. If you want to be successful and you want to continue to grow as a human being and want to continue to help other people, like-minded people, you cannot be hanging around those people that are telling you can't do something. You have to be around those ones that say you can do it, and this is how you can do it, and are willing to share that with you. Because if you hang around people that are not smarter than you, you're not going to grow. You need to hang around people that know more than you. Why would you hang around someone that doesn't know more than you, and how are you going to grow? You want to hang around someone and say, someone like Jim Corcoran, or someone that's up there even beyond him that, is, his mentor, and way up there. You want to get with them, and you want to pick their brains, and that's how you're going to grow. And that's the only way you're going to grow if you want to be successful. So, but I think it's all a mindset. You have to have the why, you have to have the determination, and you have to have a vision. And if you have all those things, even if you're working full-time for somebody, if you have that why is going to dominate every time. That why could be you want to get home from your full-time job, you want to spend time with your kids, you want to travel, extra mortgage payment, whatever it is. If you have the why, you're going and you put it in front of you every day, you're going to work towards it, you're going to work hard towards it, and you are going to end up like what you guys are doing, living that dream. Anybody can have the dream. It's just a matter of do you want it? Do you want to work for it, or do you want to just someone to hand you to it? Well, it's not going to be handed to you unless you come from a rich family and you inherit millions of dollars and you don't have to worry about things. Other than that, American way, it's what this country is made of. Opportunity. Go out there and create your own opportunity.
Yeah. It all comes down to not prioritizing. People need to stop prioritizing easy, and ultimately they start prioritizing freedom. I mean, that's all it comes down to. It's like they're prioritizing the wrong things. I mean, even the people who are kind of just getting started thinking about what their why is. It's like, why? Because I want to quit my job because I want to spend more time with my family. And they realize that what they prioritize is building their business. So now they're home, but they're now in their garage, packing and shipping and sourcing at Walmart and Kmart and whatnot. And all of a sudden, that really wasn't a strong enough why. So even just coming up with a why, sometimes you've got to really revisit that and commit to it and proclaim it. The people who care to hold you accountable when you're slipping. If if you're the only one who has it, that's probably really not a strong enough why, because you're protecting it, because you want to allow yourself to slip up.
Yeah.
So you've got to basically share it with your loved ones, people who count, that you know that you're going to disappoint. You know, that was the thing with me growing up with my parents and stuff, is that kid, not because I couldn't get away with stuff. I wasn't a bad kid because I had a relationship with my parents where I didn't want to disappoint them. You know, and that's the thing when it comes to why. It's like your why should be so strong that you're more than willing to share with the people around you, the people that count, that you know that if you slip up or you start slacking, that you're going to disappoint them.
And that accountability, and also whatever that vision is, revisit it over and over and over again. Constantly have it in front of you at the top of mind. And if you need to tweak it, tweak it. But make sure that you're constantly working towards it and know why you're doing it all. And that will really be the pusher, the motivator, what drives you to get there.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta, like you said, you gotta not only have the why, you have to be around people that be in contact with, that will hold you accountable to your why, and that you can lean on. And also the same way, it goes vice versa. They can lean on you too, and for your support. Hey guys, we've about an hour and 20 minutes here. I think YouTube has some major issues tonight. I'm not sure how many people actually got to see this, but they will see the replay. Because I see somebody saying no audio or video, and that's the great thing about Webinar Jam and YouTube. They fight all the time, and they make things difficult. And it seems like they're changing things up weekly on me. So anyway, I'm going to give you guys the last word here. Of how these folks can get in contact with you if they want to find out anything about you or your courses or anything like that. You can kind of give them that information. Like, again, I apologize. It looks like we didn't get the views that I was hoping for because of the audio and video issues. However, information on how they can contact you. And I also, guys, if you guys want to post anything, if you want to post any questions below here, feel free. And I will make sure that Jamie and Larissa get these questions, and they will answer them for me, and I'll post them however we need to do to make sure we make this happen. Again, guys, it was a pleasure having you guys here tonight. A little technical difficulty, like never seems to amaze me with Webinar Jam and YouTube, but we always get through it and do what we need to do. I'm going to give you guys the last word again. God bless, and it was a pleasure having you.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. If you guys want to get a hold of us, I mean, again, you know, we're all about connections and all about networking and stuff. If you want to get to know us better, you know, look us up on Facebook, first of all. You know, Jamie Miralles and Larissa Miralles. I'm sure that you guys got our name somewhere there. But our website is Seller Success Academy. So 3 words, selleracademy.com. Email address would be connect@sellersuccessacademy.com, or just the contact us link on the website. But reach out to us Facebook-wise. Get to know us and stuff. I mean, you know, it's not all about business. So, you know, feel free. You know, hopefully we see some friend requests out there and we can kind of connect and get to know each other first.
Again, guys, my pleasure. As always, God bless, and it's always good talking to you guys, and we'll talk again soon. All right, enjoy your traveling too. I'm a little jealous of that.
All right. See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.